Okay, so you will have used the Moz rankings from the competitor language, or you will have gone somewhere else. Now, you've got Moz, you've got Keyword Spy, you've got SpyFu, SEMrush, NinjaCat, SERPstat. All of these bits of software will give you some or all of the elements that the Moz software gives you. As I said, you can download, I believe, a trial version of Moz before you go for the paid trial, which is 1 month. If you are computer minded, or if you have a team of people who are good like that and can go in and understand all the technical stuff, then great, get them to do it. If not, you can contact me and we can talk about it, or you can go and outsource it through one of the outsourcing channels. Again, talk to me about outsourcing and I can point you in the right directions. But those give you some ideas of the sites that you can use, but the data you get is invaluable. And what will you use this data for? Well, you're looking at your competitors, so you're going to use them for web page titles. You're going to get some new titles for your web pages. And don't make your web pages hidden or make your web pages so that somebody's got to complete a form or register before they get it, and those web pages then are sitting at the back and are not able to be searched by Google. Google's not going to crawl all over it, or any of the Bing and Yahoo, any of the search engines. None of them are going to be able to crawl over your website to find the information that you're putting there. Remember, try and keep your titles to, I always suggest 60-ish characters, purely because when the bots crawl over your web pages and your new web pages, they're normally looking for the first 60 characters, which is the title of the web page, to say, are we interested? Is it relevant? Then they're going to go into the body of the text and start having a look at that. So again, the very first part of the first paragraph must also contain good key phraseology or keywords. Now, write them as a sentence, but don't forget, your website must be relevant. It must be relevant to your product, to your service. They're getting more and more intelligent, more and more clever, which means if it is not relevant to what you are offering as a service, you're not going to actually get found. But the great thing is, what you can do with one web page or one blog post is then you can do a video on it. You could do an audio then transcription from the video. So you can then set yourself up with a video channel. You're getting some really good keywords then as well. If you're a Twitter user and you're using the 140 characters max, you're getting stuff that you can then push out on Twitter. You're getting things that you can use on YouTube, other social media. There's all that information there. Now then, what you have to remember, if you're business to business and you are putting information out there which is to drive people to get information before they make a purchase, then Google and Bing and Yahoo is great. They are crawling over looking for information, and information that is relevant. If you are selling a product direct to the consumer, and let's say you're using Amazon, and don't forget, Amazon now have the business account set up, so you can sell your consumer products business to business on Amazon. So you can show them as 0 rated or pre-VAT rated purchases, and you can show volume discounts or quantity discounts for businesses coming. So Amazon has stepped up the game. And also, if your products are artisan products or food-based artisan products, Amazon has its own special part where artisans can go and where food can go. You've got to meet certain criteria to get there, but it's a great place to get out. But what you've got to remember, the difference between the Google search engine and Bing and Yahoo is that those search engines are looking for informative information to drive people to find the data. Amazon, eBay and other such sites have a slightly different algorithm in them, and for Amazon they're looking to take some money off a customer. So they are trying to sell your product. So your keywords have got to be slightly different. You've got to put them in there so that they're going to be found by the Amazon search engines or the eBay search engines to their type of criteria, so that once it's found, it's clicked on and it's added to the basket. Those sites are all about conversion into sales and not into information. So just remember, there are two very different sites depending on where your business is going. And also, if you have a trade partner, make sure that they know and understand this. So that's enough on that. And then the other thing when you're launching your product, especially in the UK, get it verified. Get some reviews. Now, free product, the way to do the reviews is to give, if it's a brand new launch and a brand new route to market, give some products away for review. Now you can find lots of people who will take products from you and leave a review. If you have a seasonal product which sells in Christmas or spring, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and whatever it may be, Valentine's Day, get those products out there up to 8 months before the main sales spike or the sales volume spike. That way you're getting reviews, you're getting people to buy it, you're getting some longevity. If you're then having those products on places like eBay and Amazon, you are getting them recognized. So when the sales spike comes in, they've got traction, they've got something behind them. So that way you can get those products, get them launched, get them out there, get them reviewed, and get them in front of people. Now, when you've gone from the first initial product giveaway and you've taken into the account the seasonal variations and also your supply chain and the supply of the whole raw materials right through to the end product, you then need to go and do a further promotion, and you might have to give up to a 90% discount off the recommended retail price that you're using in the UK market. So you may give away, let's say you might give away 100 products just to get 100 or as close to 100 reviews as you can by chasing people up and getting them to leave the review across various social media or retail sites. Then you're going to go after that and you're getting some traction. You're going to put some out there and you're going to give a big discount. Let's say you're going to do another 200 units with a 90% discount. All of this needs to be factored in and budgeted. Once you've done that, once you've got those sales and you're getting those reviews back, then you're starting to get traction across the sites in the UK where you are selling product. Then what you're going to do is test. It's all about test. Test the different price levels to find the sweet spot, this part that's going to make sure that people buy them, that they want them, that they're at the right price. So again, that's looking at your competitor, using things like mods and things like that, and it is also about testing your product in the retail market. Now, in the UK, there's lots and lots of rules and regulations across Europe, but in the UK, we have something called the Sales of Goods Act, as well as the good old distance selling regulations. The Sales of Goods Act in the UK means that if you have a price, which is your recommended retail price, it has to be advertised somewhere for a minimum period of time. So let's say 28 days. Once you've had it advertised at that price, then you can start reducing it against the RRP, but it must be on display somewhere. And it can be physically, it can be online, but being as we're talking mainly online, then obviously it's got to be online at the higher RRP. So whilst you've got something displayed at the high recommended retail price, before you start putting your bonuses, your savings, your sale prices, etc., on it, then at least that's when you can give away and you can get your reviews from people who are on test. But also make sure you're complying with the the Sales of Goods Act rather, and the distance selling regulations. So there you go. Find your sweet spot, once you've done all that testing and take up to that 8 months to get it launched, use the Moz ranking, the Moz data to get your titles, your blog posts, and you might even find, and we have found this with a number of clients, is that when they get that, they find the name for their brand, they find the name for a product where they've been struggling to get the right keywords. So there's a lot of information in those reports. Use them in this way and it will make a massive difference to getting your product to market. And again, B2B trade sellers, make sure your people, the people who are then selling the product on, your agents, your trade partners, your commissioned agents, your wholesalers, are also doing that so that you can get better hits in the marketplace. Okay, so not quite finished. We have some more videos to come, so I shall see you on the next one.